one go, right?
Okay, it's recording.
Right. Sanjay, I know that HP was won a while back as an account for Linium, but I hear there's been a new win, HP Olympia. Tell us a little bit about HP Olympia.
Thanks, Mark. Yeah, so this has been a pretty special year for the Linium Nest team for HP. Our first project, as you know, we won in February of this year. And this currently now is our fifth win since February. HP Olympia, the whole program behind HP Olympia is about modernization of their complete channel program. So pretty much all their channels out in the global regions that are supporting their enterprise accounts is what our first take is.
Right. We were going nicely until you pulled that face. Let's just leave it in the edit though. And it involved some on-site work in Barcelona. Was this kind of getting to know them and specking out what was involved? They didn't know what they wanted and we worked on it together.
Yeah, absolutely. So the team flew off to Barcelona during the chase process, right? I mean, we went through about 3 months of going through an RFP process. It was a rapid RFP process. We were working against Wipro, DXC, which was was HPE as we know it. And the Barcelona face-to-face was really about getting everybody in a room and getting some clarification as to what they really wanted to do. And I think the power of a face-to-face is vitally important within the sales process.
And how about that then? Beat those big name competitors you named, we won't name them again. What is it about us and our kind of tailored solution or offering that appealed to them over those big guys?
I think what we demonstrated was solving and not selling. I think that was probably one of the themes that, through our HP conversations from, our first project that we won, HP DAS, all the way to Olympia, I think they recognized the Linium Nest team as an organization that was focused on the end goal, right? What does the end state vision actually look like and how to get there? So it was more about understanding the problem scenario and the challenge, understanding the customer's global business challenge, and really taking them towards a path of success. So more solving than just selling.
Right. And in your role as this kind of MSP and these professional services, this is much bigger than anything on ServiceNow, right? This device as a service, DAS as you call it, is much wider.
Yeah, device as a service is quite transformational for HP, right? I mean, think about an organization, HP, created 1939 in a one-car garage in Palo Alto, right? From there was birthed Silicon Valley, right? Going through all their decades, the 70s, where they became a larger sales organization from a technology hardware perspective than IBM did, working towards, the 80s to be named, the first company that created a desktop computer. In 2015, they separated from HPE and really decided, we want to take this back. We want to be a product company again and really try to focus on reinventing themselves. So DAS is all about transforming their whole delivery model, their support model for their devices, up to 60 million devices globally. And they chose the Linium Nest solution to be able to be a cloud solution that takes kind of their archaic transactional view of supporting devices to a more contractual base towards the enterprise customers. And building on that was Olympia. Olympia, again, a CSM solution built on the ServiceNow platform with multiple tentacles out to multiple integration points, right? Those integration points were, TIBCO and a lot of their ERP systems, probably about 19 interfaces in total. So this transition from kind of a legacy organization, reinventing themselves in terms of what they do with devices, and then moving their whole channel experience, their modernization, 7,000 channel partners, up to about 190,000 channel partners as a target program, right? To be able to support them through a user experience, right? And I think user experience was really clearly a part of this channel program that we're doing.
Right. Right. So thanks very much, Sanjay.
You're welcome. Thank you very much for your time.
So we'll keep going. I think there's more than enough in there. there's more than, keep recording. There's more than enough in there.
Uh-huh.
The bit about the HP history, we'll probably won't use that. Can you have another go at saying the bit I quite liked when you said from 2015?
Okay.
You don't even mention the bit about how they split, but you said something about in their new kind of identity, they wanted to become back to a product company or something like that, right?
So don't mention this bit, or can I mention it?
Well, maybe just say post the dive. What's it called? Divergence, or I don't know. Post split. Which part is the company you're dealing with? HP. It's just called HP now, isn't it? The hot,
Right.
not HPE.
No. Okay. So shall I?
So just say the all new HPE is trying to go back to its roots as a product company, something like that. Okay. And that story just goes from 2016 or whatever. And you said some couple of really nice things in there, but if we can just get that in 45 seconds, that would be useful, right? So
okay.
After the split with HPE, start with that sentence. Go.
After the split in November 2015, where HP now became translated from HPE to HP Inc. HP Inc. now the product company. They wanted to go back to being a product company. What that meant was PCs, printers, all the hardware that they were essentially known from birth from 1939, right? So away from services. And what that meant, what transformation meant to them is adopting cloud. What does cloud do for them as an organization and their partners? Right, so very typically focused on enterprises, translating support of 60 million devices globally in a cloud model is quite revolutionary for them, right? And then now taking that adoption of cloud and giving their customers a taste of what a net new user experience looks like in the cloud, supported on the ServiceNow platform, is really a massive part of their transformation exercise.
Right. Excellent. And then the last question. So we won something. What does it involve? What do we have to do to be able to service this? What kind of team do we need to put together? How long do we have to get ourselves in order?
The team for HP Olympia is going to be upwards of about 15 to 20 folks, consisting of a bunch of business process consultants, solution architects, developers onshore, offshore, folks that are highly skilled in integrations through complex systems, right? And this truly is a massive win for the Linium Nest team. Without the Nest capabilities, we would never have pitched our ability to create APIs on the TIBCO platform and integrate to their ERP systems. That really makes a lot of sense to HP, right? I think it was part of the winning solution. When we're talking about case exchange for cases for customers and data flowing between multiple systems, having a completely separate organization on one part of the data exchange and then Linium on the other really meant that there was an opportunity for finger pointing, right? If one area doesn't go right, then what are they going to do? They're going to point fingers at each other, say it's your system's problem, not ours. Having the Linium Nest team as a partnership meant that HP just has to have one simple organization to talk to. And I really have to have a shout out to Arpan out of New Jersey. Arpan was, honestly, when he came onto the phone with a customer, he did a bang up job, really get down into talking about, the challenge, talking about the data, talking about the solution, and really start to model out how this solution looks like for the customer. So if he wasn't able to come up the phone and just being very humble in his approach, I think we probably wouldn't have won this deal. So, right. Hats off to him.
Okay, excellent. So that's all we need on this one. One other thing, I guess in the subsequent videos, we've got an opportunity to showcase some innovation ideas and kind of widen the HP account beyond this even, right? So this could be the start of a rather large engagement, let's hope.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. HP, since the conversations with HP Olympia in terms of how we're talking about modernizing, a solution for 7,000 of their partners, have come back to us and said, Linium Nest team, we're in the process of innovating our company. Do you have any other ideas? So this is a fantastic opportunity for us to work with our solutions team, Bobby Edmonds, as well as Mark Lester from the UK, and help us to bring innovation to such a global platform like HP and their partners.
Excellent. Thanks, Sanjay, and good luck with it all.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate the time.
Right. Okay. You give me quite an editing job there because we must have got about 8 minutes. But I think you've said it all. I just got to chop it out. So can you stop? And did you get it? It's a question.
Okay, so